Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Happy New Year's. I know we're definitely well over 10 days into the new year, but it's been a while since we've been back here at 51 Manatee Street, Rockville, Maryland, at the Raptors Gymnasium. Man, oh man, don't we have a matchup this afternoon? Basketball fans, a thrilling afternoon of college hoops here at Montgomery College Gymnasium. A beautiful afternoon for basketball, and we're in for an absolute treat as the Raptors take on the court against Frederick Community College. Raptors are currently 12-2, taking their second loss a couple weeks ago against Davie and Davie, just by 3. Raptors are looking to change the tide coming into this game as they face off against Frederick. With the crowd coming in slowly, the energy of a Duracell battery, the stage is set for a game that promises plenty of action. From fast breaks to high-flying dunks, we're in for an absolute treat as we witness some real talent on display. Who's going to come out on top? Stick with us as we get ready for what should be a good matchup. Now let's meet the starters for the team. Starting with Frederick, this is number 0, the 6'5" sophomore small forward from Seneca Valley High School, Ryan Turner. Number 3, the 6'5" freshman small forward out of Riverhill, Aiden Igwebi. Number 5, Contavious Dancy, the 6'4" freshman shooting guard out of Lackey High School. Number 23, the 6'6" freshman power forward out of Rock Creek High School, Al Amin Sani. And last but not least, number 35, the 6'7" sophomore power forward from Tuscarora, Mike Davis. Now let's meet the starters for the Raptors. Number 23, the Asian sensation, Christopher Levy, the 6-foot freshman out of Hialeah. It's number 5, the 6'6" sophomore out of Shabbat Christian alum, Ibrahim the Nickel Abdul Mateen. Number 11, the player from Poland, Maciej Speed, the 6'8" sophomore out of Bethesda Chevy Chase High School. Number 14 gets it on one piece, the 6'5" freshman out of Paint Branch High School, Jordan Alfonso. And last but not least, number 22, the legacy, the 6'5" freshman out of Spring Hills High School, Isaiah Gill. All right then, ladies and gentlemen, we're about to get started with this game. Well, all right then, letting the starters, now introducing the starters here. Again, kind of reiterate what I said before, kind of about how, they want to change the tide, the Raptors this afternoon. I mean, coming out strong, looking to do big things this game. Mind you, Raptors are currently ranked. Again, not only are they 4-0 in the conference, they lead the conference 12-2, but as well they're 17 nationally ranked. So again, this is a good Raptors team. Again, took their second loss against the number 3 team, but hey, they're looking to change the tide this game as well, and get back to their usual of getting wins. All right, then, at the tip-off, number 11, Maciej Speed, going against number 35, Mike Davis. All right, then, Frederick wins the tip-off. Now, number 5, Dancy, has the ball now. Gets it now to Davis. Tipped from Alfonso, out of bounds. It's going to result back to a Frederick ball. 3-0. Turner has the ball now. Now gets it to Dancy. Dancy now has the ball. Screen from Sani. Sani loses control. Results back to a Raptors ball. Now Levy. Levy has the ball. Gets it to Speed. Speed. Stolen now from Davis. Davis has the ball now. Stolen now. Jump ball. Results back to a Raptors ball. Gill now. Gill to Levy. Levy has the ball. Gets it now to Speed. Falzo shoots. Shot's no good. Turner gets the rebound. Now 35, Mike Davis. Goes up. Can't quite get to Speed. Gets the rebound. Now Gill. Gill's taking the ball down. Gill has the ball. The legacy. Now gets it Alfonso. Alfondo in the paint. Looking at what to do. Pass it off to Speed. Speed shoots. Shot's no good. Ball goes out of bounds. It's going to be a Raptors ball. Correction, it's going to be a Frederick ball. Turner gets 2. Those are the first points of the game. Number 0, Ryan Turner, the Seneca Valley alum. Gill shoots, gets 2. All right, and the response back from the legacy, Isaiah Gill. 5 now. Great defensive performance from Levy right there. Now Levy has the ball. Levy blowing through, gets it Abdul Mateen, shoots. Shot's no good. Ball goes out of bounds. It's going to be a Raptors ball. Now Abdul Mateen kicks it out to Speed. Speed back to Abdul Mateen. Abdul Mateen gets it out to Levy. Now to Gill. Gill shoots, scores, gets another 2. Alrighty then. 2 for 2 so far from number 22, Isaiah Gill. Tongue twister right there. All right, stolen by Gill. Gill now shoots. Shot's good again. Oh, snap. The legacy's hot. The legacy's hot. Alrighty then. They call him Iceman, but I don't know. They call him Iceman, but he looks pretty hot to me. I don't know. Alrighty then. Gill's 100% so far. Shot is good from Gill. Taking those mid-range shots. He's taking a high IQ shot. He could have went up there for the layup. He said, let me not contest it. I trust my shooting ability. He stayed, calm, collects, shoots, gets the job in. 3 for 3 so far, 100%. Great job offensively. Can't lie. The Frederick, they're playing fast. They're up-tempo. We saw right there defensively, Raptors did have a little miscommunication. Players were bumping into each other. But again, having that cerebral approach, understanding the game plan that they're trying to play and beating it. That's the end goal. Now coming out the break, it's going to be a Frederick ball. Now number 12 has the ball. Rooney Joseph. Joseph now. Now gets it out of Mike Davis. Davis now has the ball. Looking what to do with it. Stumbles with it. Now Dancy. Dancy has the ball. Now Mike Davis, now to Joseph. Shoots. Shot's no good. Levy gets the rebound. Now Levy has the ball. He's taking it down. Looking on what to do with it. Bounce pass to Abdul Mateen. Now dishing it off to Gill. A little too much power to the pass. Couldn't quite connect. Now it's going to result in a Frederick ball. You know, I understand what they're trying to do. Trying to create ball movement. A little too much power to the pass It's okay. That's just a mistake. You got to just learn from it. Make sure to not repeat. Now it's going to result to a Frederick ball. Number 5 now has the ball, Dancy. Dancy now to Pacho. Now to 12, Joseph. Mike Davis got fouled. He's going to get a trip to the free throw line. First shot's good from Mike Davis, the 6'7" sophomore from Tuscarora High School. Second shot's good as well. Abdul Mateen now to Gill. Gill, bounce pass to Levy. Levy, speeding through. Gets to the Speed. Speed gets 2. Alrighty then. Assist from the Asian sensation, but the player from Poland seals the deal and gets 2. Now Joseph, Rooney Joseph has the ball now. Gill playing great defense, saves it. Abdul Mateen now to Alfonso. Alfonso gets to the Levy. Levy shoots at the top of the key. Shot's no good. Alfonso gets the rebound. Can't quite get to. Gets fouled. So he's gonna get a trip to the free throw for opportunity to get to. First shot's no good. Second shot's good as well. Second shot's good. Number 5, Dancy, he gets 2. Abdul Mateen, Speed gets 2. Alrighty then. Talk about going blow for blow right there. Trade for trade. They're picking it up. And definitely, high, fast-paced game. That looks like the momentum we're going to have within this game. Both teams going at it high and fast. Indeed. Can't stick around after you make a point. Got to get right back on defense. 20 has the ball now. Pacho. Joseph shoots. Abdul Mateen has the rebound. Levy has the ball now. Gets it to Speed. Speed shoots. Can't quite get 3. Abdul Mateen now has the ball. Gets to the Levy. Levy slowing it down. Cerebral approach. We're going pretty fast. Let's slow it down. Let's go our pace. Abdul now to Alfonso. Alfonso can't quite connect to Speed right there for the pass. Ref is going to rule it a Raptors ball. Looks like it was last touched by a Frederick player. Gill, step back, can't quite get it. Levy trying to get the putback, it didn't quite work. Looks like he threw it out of bounds. Miscommunication right there from Frederick. Looked like he was trying to talk to Rooney Joseph to get the ball. Ended up just passing it out of bounds. Abdul Mateen now. Now Levy. Levy has the ball. Gets it to Gill. Gill, shot's no good. Mike Davis now to Dancy. Dancy goes. Great. Mike Davis gets 2. Gill now. Gill gets to the Speed. Speed kicks it back to Gill. Gill. Stolen now by Dancy. Dancy has it. Shot's no good from Mike Davis. Now Levy. Levy to Speed. Speed Abdul Mateen. Shoots. Shot's no good. Levy gets the rebound. High-flying game indeed. Try to get the alley-oop. In a game like this, you don't want to be too flashy. You know, when you throw all the alley-oops like that, you got to make sure it's clean, it's good. You got to make sure no one's in the area, and it's a guarantee to go in. Not in a game like this. You're trailing by 4. You'd rather go for the safe 2, create a lead, and then you do the flashy stuff. You can't be flashy when you're trailing. That's how mistakes happen. Because, look, he didn't get the points right there. Now it's a turnover. Now it's a Raptors ball. Now you're just enhancing more the opponent to score over you. Gotta be smart with decisions like that. Gotta be safe before flashing. Out of bounds. Out of bounds on Frederick. Out of bounds on the Raptors. Looks like it's gonna be a Fred ball. Lockery now in the game. Gets a screen. Now Mike Davis now to Dancy. Dancy looking at what to do. Tries to stolen now. Abdul Mateen goes up. Gets 2 and one at that. Alrighty then. The Lincoln Abdul Mateen. Number 5, Abdul Mateen. He's at the free throw. Let's see what he does. Shots, free throw shots no good. Gill now has the ball. Gill now to Lockery. Lockery shoots. Shots no good. Now Joseph now has the ball. Rooney Joseph has the ball now. Screen from 23. Sani shoots. Shots no good. Ref's gonna rule it a Raptors ball. Substitutions in the game. Dancy tries to get 2. Gets it and 1 at that. Shots good from Dancy. Contavious Dancy. Kala now. Lockery. Shoots. Oh my gosh. We know about Lockery. We know about Lockery. Clutchman T. Lockery. Thomas Lockery with the knockdown 3 right there. Dancy now has the ball. Now Turner. Turner to Rudy Joseph. Looking on what to do. Goes up, can't quite get it. Out of bounds, it's going to result in a Raptors ball. Kala now has the ball. Benito Kala now gets it to Gill. Gill, bounce pass to Abdul Mateen. He shoots. Can't quite get it. Ref is gonna rule it. Ref is gonna rule it a Frederick ball. Mike Davis shoots. Shot's good. Kala now has the ball. Kala now to Lockery. Lockery shoots again. Can't quite connect and get 3. All right, then tip by Kala. Dancing now. Dancing. Ref is going to rule it a foul from Kala. It's going to result back to a Frederick ball. Turner shoots. Shot's no good. Dokun gets the rebound. Now to Abdul Mateen. Abdul Mateen now goes. Ref's going to call no foul. Now Alex gets 3. Aiden, correction. Aiden Igwebe gets 2 points. Cutting down a lead, cutting down a trail to 2. Pascal now to Lockery. Lockery has the ball now. Lockery to Kala. Now to Abdul Mateen. Lockery now. Trying to dish it off to someone. Oh, loose control. Kala tries to regain it. Tussling. Kala regains control. Timeout Raptors. Huh? So you can't even. Now coming back from the break, Lockery has the ball now. Gets it to Kala. Kala shoots. Can't quite get to. Abdul Mateen gets the putback. Alrighty then. Abdul Mateen gets the putback. That's good. Now advancing the score to 19-15. Apologies, we're experiencing some technical difficulties. Joseph, shot's not, ref's gonna rule it a charge. It's gonna result back to a Raptors ball. We are experiencing some current technical difficulties. The current score right now is 19-15. Lockery passes it from the outbound to the inbound of Kala. Kala's taking the ball down now. Lockery shoots, gets it in. Oh man, Thomas Lockery. Clutch man Lockery, man. What is there about it? Now 23. Now gets it to 11. Number 11 for Frederick. Johnson. Now gets it to Joseph. Joseph, shot's no good. Looked like he was trying to go in for the dunk. That quite didn't work. No free points. 12, Joseph now, he's gonna get tripped to the free throw line. Shoots, shot's no good. Joseph, second shot, it's good. Score's currently now 22-16. Raptors have 22. Frederick has 16. Joseph gets fouled. He's headed back to the free throw line. First shot's good. Joseph now shoots again. Second shot's good. Cortez Whitney now has the ball. He's taking the ball down. Now to Lockery. Lockery gets a screen from Ibrahim. Low. No. Now stolen. Number 11 goes up. Shot's no good. Shot's no good again. Great defensive performance from Lockery. Ref's going to rule it a Raptors ball. Correction, the screen came from Muhammad Lowe. Cortez Whitney has the ball now. Pascal now to Lockery. Lockery has the ball. Gets it now to Whitney. Whitney. Long pass to Pascal. Now to Lockery. Lockery gets it to Lowe. Lowe gets fouled and one at that. Muhammad Lowe. Alrighty then. He's headed to the free throw line. Let's see what he does in his trip to the free throw. Shot's no good. Rebound from number 3, Aiden Igwebe. Joseph shoots. Shot's no good. Speed gets the rebound. Whitney. Whitney now to Pascal. Pascal shoots. Gets fouled. He's headed back. He's headed to the free throw line. Number 4, Ian Pascal, the Coalia High School alum. First shot's no good. Rebound from Mike Davis. Number 11 now, Johnson has the ball. Now kicks it off to Mike Davis. Mike Davis now kicks it back to Johnson. Johnson now kicks it to Hillman. Hillman now to Johnson. Johnson to Joseph. Substitutions in number 12 now, Joseph. He's back to the free throw line. Rooney Joseph. Shoots, shots good. Shots no good. Now Gill. Gill has the ball. Hands it off to Whitney now. Whitney. Gill. Now to Whitney. Whitney. Gets his speed. Speed. Speed tries to go up. Can't quite get it in. Tries to go up for the dunk. Can't quite seal the deal. Ref's going to rule it out of Frederick ball. Johnson now taking the ball down. Now stolen. Trying to get stolen by Lowe. It was tipped from Muhammad Lowe. Was going to result back to a Frederick ball. Johnson now has the ball. Goes up. Doesn't quite get to. Speed now gets the rebound. Lockery to Whitney now. Whitney has the ball. Whitney now. No look pass to Speed. Gets it in. Oh, man. That was some Magic Johnson thing right there. No look pass. Got the 2. Assist from Whitney. 2 points going to come from Speed. Dancy shoots. Shot's no good. Rebound, Muhammad Lowe. Now Whitney now. Whitney to Gill. Gill to Legacy now. Hook shot. Can't quite connect. Gill now has the ball. Thwarting in his efforts. Out of bounds, results back to a Raptors ball. Ref is going to rule it back to a Raptors ball. Abdul Mateen tries to go up. Gets thwarted in his efforts. Now Johnson gets to the dance. He shoots. Shot's no good. Speed gets the rebound. Now Gill has the ball. Gill to Speed now. Speed gets to the Low. Low to Tez. Now Gill shoots. Shot's no good. Abdul Mateen attempts to put it back up. Can't quite get it. It's going to be a timeout, Frederick. Coming out the timeout. Turner now to Johnson. Johnson now to Turner. Turner now to Dancy. Dancy goes all the way. Dancy gets fouled. He's going to get a trip to the free throw line. First shot is good. Let's see what he does in the second one. Second shot's good as well. Whitney now. Whitney has the ball now. Gill shoots. Shot's no good. Turner gets tripped up. Number 0, Alex Turner, he's going to get a trip to the free throw line. Shot's good. Second shot's good as well from Turner. Levy now. Levy to Gill. Gill to Abdul-Mateen. Abdul-Mateen now. Hands it to Alfonso. Levy looking at what to do. Hands it to Abdul-Mateen. Now back to Levy. Levy in the corner. Gets it to Gill. Gill shoots. He gets fouled. Gill's going to get a trip to the free throw line. Shot's good from Gill for the first one. Let's see what he does in the second. Shot's no good for the second attempt. Oh, tip now. Gill has the ball. Gill, no look past the Levy. Levy dribbles through traffic. Abdul-Mateen gets the ball. All righty then. Shifty, nifty, and gets the job done. Assist from Levy, but the 2 points going to come from Abdul-Mateen. Johnson now. Yep, push off is going to result in a Raptors ball. Levy now has the ball. He's taking it down. Now to Abdul-Mateen. Shoots. Can't quite get to. Rebound from Abdul-Mateen. Ref's going to rule a travel from Alfonso. So it's going to be a Frederick ball. Referee's going to rule that a Raptors ball. A little too much power to the pass. Levy tried to get it a speed for the easy 2, but couldn't quite connect to the couldn't quite connect with the pass. Frederick ball now. Number 11 Johnson taking the ball down now for Frederick. Now gets it to Dancy. Dancy back to Johnson. Now gets it to Joseph. Joseph tries to go up. Can't quite get to. Now Alfonso has the ball. Gets to the Levy. Levy goes up with it. Hey! That's the slam dunk. Christopher Levy, number 23. That is a sensation. Now, tip pass from Abdul-Mateen. It's going to result in a Fred ball. Number 5, Dancy. Dancy to Johnson. Shoots. Shot. Mike Davis gets the rebound. Now back to Dancy. Dancy attempts to go up. Rejected by Speed. Now Abdul Mateen has the ball. Shifted through traffic. He can't quite get to, but he's going to get a trip to the opportunity. He's got an opportunity to get to in his trip to the free throw line. First shot's no good. Abdul Mateen now in his second attempt. Let's see what he does. Second shot's no good. Speed gets the rebound and gets the putback. Redemption right there. Coming from number 11, the player from Poland, Mati Speed. Gill to Levy. Levy does it again. Gets two. Alrighty then. The Asian sensation, Christopher Levy. Ladies and gentlemen, you already know who he is. Dancy now. Dancy to Mike Jones. Turner. Turner now. Shoots. Shots good from Turner. Alex Turner, the Seneca Valley High School alum. Abdul Mateen now to Levy. Levy now gets to the Speed. Speed ices it out. Ooh, the player from Poland. Man, he's cold. Alrighty then. Number 11, Machi Speed with the knockdown three. Johnson into a chance to make a response back. No good. Mike Davis, wonder what he was doing. Rebound from Speed. Alfonso gets two. Gets it all in one piece. Jordan Alfonso. Timeout. Frederick.
Johnson now. Johnson speeding through the lane. Gets it to Mike Davis. Mike Davis, shots no good. Tussling for the rebound. Turner gets the rebound. Now Mike Davis has it. Mike Davis, he's gonna get a chance to get two at the free throw line. Shot's good. Let's see what he does in the second attempt. Shot's good for the second attempt. Levy now taking the ball down. Let's see what he does for the Raptors. Lockery shoots. Cash money. Cha-ching. The bank's open. Thomas Lockery. Turner trying to make a response back. Absolutely no. Levy now dribbling. Loses control a little bit. Lockery ref's going to rule a jump ball. It's going to be a Raptors ball. Levy now. Levy now to Gill. Gill shoots. Ices it out too. Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. They call him Iceman, but he was heating up. I think the fire's back. Dancy tries to get two. 35. Mike Davis gets the putback. Gill now trying to get loose. Gives it now to Abdul Mateen. Gives it to Levy. Levy. Ref's gonna rule it a travel. Johnson tries to get two. Shot's no good. Speed now to Lockery. Lockery to Dumateen. Goes up. Thwarted in his efforts. Now number 4 gets the rebound. Ludwig. Now Joseph has the ball now for Fred. Dancy goes up. Shot's no good. Lockery has the ball now. Gives it now to Gill. The legacy. Dribble, looking at what to do with it. Little less than a minute on the clock. Goes up. Gives it to Speed. Abdul Mateen. Abdul Mateen gets 2. And 1 at that. He's going to get a trip to the free throw line. Picking up momentum is what the Raptors are doing. You know, starting this game, things look close. It looked like it was a neck-and-neck battle. Fred was scoring. Raptors were scoring. Things were going. It was 1 and 2, 2-3, 2-3-4. But now the Raptors have steadily picked up the pace and now have created that good cushion like they always do. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Defending the nest is what they do best. That's what the Raptors are known for doing, and that's what they're executing very well right now. Abdul Mateen is now at the free throw line. Shoots, he scores. That's an extra 1 at that. Extending the lead now to 19. Number 4, Ludwig, gets it now to Joseph. Joseph shoots. Shot's no good. Abdul Speed gets the rebound. Now Gill. Gill now. Stolen now. 2 points from Johnson. Abdul Mateen. Abdul Mateen now has the ball. Kicks it now to Levy. Levy trying to get loose in traffic. Gets it out of Abdul Mateen. Dumati goes up and gets 2. Alrighty then. And ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the first half of this men's basketball game this afternoon. Talk about what we're seeing so far. Frederick started off pretty strong. Looked like this was going to be a neck and neck battle, and players were going to struggle a little bit. But Raptors rise to the occasion. They understood the type of player Frederick is, the type of team they are, what they like to do, and stopped them. Defensively, they were getting on them, creating stops, forcing the passes, and offensively, they were getting the job done. Highlights for offensively for the Raptors. Number 11, Abdul Mateen. No, number 5 with 11 points, Abdul Mateen. Speen has 9, as well as Gill has 11. He was pretty strong in the first half. Really strong in the first couple minutes. He was the one to get in the points, getting the fire started, which is now helping to grill and keep things cooking so far within this game. Now number 23, Levy with 4 points now. But let's shine light on Fred. 5 points coming from Turner. Number 35, Mike Davis with 8 points. He's been their kind of big man. He's been the guy that kind of puts things back. Indeed. If Fred's going to want to come out with the win, they're going to have to step it up indeed. But the Raptors, to keep the lead and to keep the cushion, they're just going to have to keep executing. Take the shots. Make the shots. When you have the free open, free throws. Make the free throws when you have those opportunities. Just capitalize on everything. Take nothing for granted and be smart with the ball. Don't be too fast with it. Yes, you can speed it up, but don't be so fast where you're losing the ball. Passes are not connecting, similar to what we were seeing. Make sure, rather be safe than sorry. And then again, have fun with it. You know, Levy went up there for the dunk. Speed was trying to get up with it. Definitely. This is a good game, ladies and gentlemen, and this is the halftime report. All right, then, ladies and gentlemen, we're back from the half. Dancy has the ball now, looking on what to do with it. Mike Davis. Now to 23. Sonny. Sonny now to Turner. Shoots. Shot's no good. Levy gets the rebound. Levy has the ball now. Gets it out to Abdul Mateen. Now to Speed. Speed shoots. Gets it in! Oh man, he's cold, the player from Poland. That's a knockdown three from Mati Speed. Dancy responds back, shot's no good. Blocked by Abdul Mateen. Gill now has the ball. Shoots. Can't quite get it in. Turner gets the rebound. Shots good from number 3, Aiden Owegbe. Gill now. Gill to Speed. Speed. Can't quite get it in. Turner. Mike Davis loses control of the ball. Now Abdul Mateen has the ball. Dribbling through traffic. Gets it out of Speed. Speed tries to get two, can't quite get it. Out of bounds. Results in a Frederick ball. Number 5, Abdul Mateen now has the ball. Gill now has the ball. Gives it now to Levy. Levy has the ball now. Levy to Abdul Mateen. Gets it out of Gill. Gill shoots and he scores. Oh man. Iceman, I think not. He's hot. The legs. Isaiah Gill. Dancy dribbling through traffic. Dancy, he's going to get a trip to the free throw line. Let's see what he does. Shoots. Shot's good. Shot's good. Speed shoots. Can't quite get it in. Mike Davis gets the rebound. Now Dancy has the ball now. Now number 5, Dancy has the ball. Dancy now to Igwegbe. Shoots. Shot's no good. Dancy shoots. Shot's no good. Levy now has the ball. Levy now to Gill. Gill shoots. Shot's no good. Dancy now has the ball. Goes 23, gets 2. Sani. Al-Almi Sani. Alfonso loses control a little bit, regains it. Kicks it out to Abdul Mateen. Gill shoots. Shot's no good. Sani tries to get 2. Shot's no good. Alfonso gets the rebound. Levy gets fouled. Levy now at the free throw line. Let's see what he does. Shot's good. First shot's good from Levy. Second shot's good. 2 for 2 from Levy. Appreciate you. Thank you. Coming out the break, Sani has the ball now. Now number 10, Johnson has the ball. Shoots, shot's no good. Speed now. No, not Speed. Abdul Mateen now stumbles a little bit. Gill now. Gill hands it off to Speed. Now Levy. Abdul Mateen. Trying to dribble out through traffic, shoots. God, can't quite connect. Now Sani has the ball, loses control. Igwebe gets 2. Gill tries to get 2. Thwarted its efforts. Speed now to Levy. Levy now to Abdul Mateen. Speed now to Gill. Gill now to Alfonso. Substitutions in. Looks like it's going to be a foul on Lockery. It's going to result back to a Frederick ball. Johnson shoots. Shot's good. Shot's good from Johnson. Gill can't quite get to. Johnson now has the ball. Gets it down, Igwebe. Now to Sani. Sani to Joseph now. Joseph now to Johnson. Johnson shoots. Shot's good from Johnson. Abdul Mateen now kicks it off to Lockery. Lockery with the response back. Thomas Lockery. T-Lock. All righty then. Hey, trading bro for bros. Johnson saying that, guess what? I get hot on your court. Lockery's like, let me match that. Gets with the knockdown three. Joseph shoots now. Shot's no good. Sebastian Doku gets the rebound. Now to Abdul Mateen. Has the ball now, gets it to Levy. Levy goes up, gets fouled. Hey, man, talk about fouls, man. Levy can tell you all about it. That PG game, you know, high-intense game, packed stadium, high emotions and everything. Man, it came down to the wire, and it was this something similar like this. Levy, get the ball, draw something. He was able to draw it, get to seal out the game. So, and, you know, even now he's been fouled a couple times, and now has a couple trips to the free throw line. So Levy's back at the free throw line. Let's see what he does. Shot's good from Levy, the Asian sensation. Second shot's good. 2 for 2 from Levy. Sani gets 2. Carla now. Carla now to Levy. Levy gets to the Lockery. Lockery shoots. Can't quite get 3. Sebastian Doku, the big man. Ref's gonna rule it a travel. Frederick ball now after the foul. Sani has the ball now. Sani in the paint. Can't quite get to. Sebastian Doku gets the rebound. Kala now. Kala to Abdul Mateen. Lockery. Oh, man! Talk about Lockery! Oh, man! T-Lock, the captain, knocked out 3. That must be his sweet sauce. Because when he's in that spot, woo, that boy be cooking. All righty then. Knocked out 3. Number 20, the captain, Thomas Lockery. Mike Davis. Shot's no good. Rebound from Doku. Long pass to Levy. Levy, spin move. Ref's gonna rule a travel. Ref's gonna rule it a travel. It's gonna result in a Frederick ball. Johnson now. Now Johnson shoots again. Shot's good from Johnson. Hey, he's hot. Can't lie, he's hot. Number 10. Randolph Johnson. Levy, Carla now. Carla to Levy. Levy shoots. Shot's no good. Now substitutions coming in. Number 3. Now Johnson has the ball. Now Joseph. Joseph now to Sani. Sani in the paint. Rejected by Abdul-Mateen. Cortez Whitney has the ball now. Gets it Lockery. Lockery shoots. Oh my God. Banks it in. That's a bang shot. Oh man. Thomas Lockery. Hey man. Johnson wants to get hot. Thomas Lockery says I can match your heat. Come on. Mike Davis, shot's no good. Rebound, Sebastian Doku. Whitney, no look pass to Lockery. Thomas Lockery. Thomas Lockery. Thomas Lockery. Oh my gosh. Oh man. Oh my gosh. This guy's hot. Oh, he's hot. He's hot. Oh. Oh man. Oh man. Thomas Lockery. That's a travel. Thomas Lockery. Thomas Lockery. Oh man. Oh man. Clutch man Lockery. He's hot. He's hot. He's hot. Oh man. Oh man. Lost my voice there for a second. Thomas Lockery, man. Oh. No way. Oh. Oh. Ladies and gentlemen, locker room is getting hot there for a second, you know, trying to go for the deep shot. It's cool though, no one's perfect. Thomas Lockery, man, this extending the lead now to 21. Large reason because of that from Lockery right there with that performance. Cortez Whitney, great defensive performance from him. Lockery got the rebound. Cortez Whitney dribbling through traffic. Thwarted in his efforts. Mom and low. Dribbling through traffic. Collar. Can't quite get it in. Johnson now has the ball. Johnson shoots. Can't quite get it. Ref's going to rule a foul on Lockery. It's going to result back to a Frederick ball. Ref is gonna rule it back to a Frederick ball. Mike Davis at the free throw line. Let's see what he does. Mom and Lowe got the rebound. Calling out to Cortez Whitney. Calling out to Lockery. Screen from Lowe. Lockery shoots. Can't quite get it in. Mike Davis. He gets 2 and 1 at that. Shots good from Mike Davis. Carla now has the ball. Cortez Whitney. Gill now. Gill now to Carla. Carla has the ball now. Shoots. He scores. That's a knockdown 3. Cortez Whitney, Agent 0. Johnson now. Johnson to Joseph. Tries to go. Can't get 2. Put back from Mike Davis. Cortez Whitney has the ball now, taking it down. Trying to dribble through traffic. It's gonna be a foul on Fred. It's gonna result to a Raptors ball. Low shoots, shots no good. Gill tries to put it back up. Ref's gonna rule it no foul. Too much power to the pass from Igwegbe. That's gonna result back to a Raptors ball. Kala gets fouled. He's going to get a trip to the free throw line in an attempt to get 2. Shot's good from Kala. Shots no good from Kala. Turner now has the ball. Turner looking at what to do. Gets it now to Johnson. Johnson to Turner. Now does Turner shoots. Shots no good. Johnson gets the rebound. Johnson dribbling. Looking at what to do. Gets it now to Sani. Spin move. It's going to be a foul for the Raptors. It's going to result in a Frederick ball. Correction, 23 Sani. He's getting their trip to the free throw line. Shot's good. Second shot's good as well. Kala. Can't quite connect. Turner gets the rebound. Johnson has the ball now. Johnson. Johnson now. No, correction. Dancy to Johnson. Johnson now looking at what to do with the ball. Floater, shots no good. Mike Davis now has the ball. Turns around, shoots, can't quite get it. Speed gets the rebound. Now to Kala. Kala to Gill. Gill shoots. Can't quite get three. Johnson now has the ball. Turner shoots. Shots no good. City goes up. Can't quite get it. Great defensive performance from Speed. Kala now taking the ball down. Timeout on the Raptors. Coming back from the break, Johnson has the ball now. Gets it now to Mike Davis. Mike Davis now to Dancy. Dancy can't quite get to. Speed gets the rebound. Now to Abdul Mateen. Abdul Mateen now. Dribbling through traffic. Levy now. Fade away. Ooh, he gets it in. The Asian sensation Christopher Levy. Mike Davis. Shot's good. Number 35 for Frederick. Lockery. Dribbling through traffic. Gets to the Levy. Now Abdul Mateen shoots. Gets two. Bank shot off the glass. Shot's good. Dancy now. Dancy. Egwebe shoots. Shot's no good. Levy has the rebound. Long pass to Abdul Mateen. Now another long pass to Lockery. Lockery to Speed. Speed gets it in. And one at that. Assist from Lockery. But the shot's going to go from Speed. Talk about not being selfish ball movement right there. Didn't quite go as planned, but you work with what you got. Speed's at the free throw line. Let's see what he does. Shot's good. Johnson, shot's no good. Abdul Mateen has the ball. Now to Levy. Levy gets it to Speed. Speed has the ball now. Trying to get loose. Gives it now to Lockery. Lockery looking on what to do with the ball. Trying to get loose, dribbling through traffic. Gets to the Levy. Levy, no look past the Speed. Now to Abdul Mateen. Can't quite connect, can't quite get three. Out of bounds, ref's gonna rule it. A Frederick ball. All right then. Johnson now. Substitutions in for Raptors. Sani gets two off the glass. Whitney has the ball now. Mohamed Lowe now gets it with Cortez Whitney. It's going to be out of bounds on the Raptors, results in a Frederick ball. Now, stolen now from Doku. Doku, the big man, taking the ball down. Golly. I guess fouled. Dokun is at the free throw line. Shot's good from Doku. Shot's good. Both shots are good from Doku. Dancy gets two. Dancy dances his way to get two. Cortez Whitney stolen. Now stolen back. Oh my gosh. Mike Davis tries to get two. Shots no good. Low. Now to Doku. Regains control. The big man tries to go up. Shot's no good. Blocked by Sidney. Mike Davis goes. He gets 2 points. Osman Mesare now has the ball. He's taking the ball down now. Get it shifty. Floater. Gets 2. That's number 2. That's 2 from number 2. Osman Mesare. Dancy. Can't quite get to. Low. Now to Whitney. Whitney taking the ball down. Gives it out to Low. Low shoots. Shot's no good. Mensare shoots. Can't quite get it in. Dokun gets fouled. He's going to get a trip to the free throw line. Dokun at the free throw line. Second shot's no good. Out of bounds, Frederick ball. Johnson now. Pass it off to Mike Jones. Foul on Mike Davis. Yeah, he's at the free throw line. Less than 4 seconds remaining in the game. Let's see what he does. Shoots. Shot's no good. Shot's good. Mensare taking the ball down. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of the game with your Raptors winning 86-66. Great performance. I said it before and I'll say it again. Defending the nest is what they do best, and that's what the Raptors have done. Advancing now to 13-2. Great job. Offensively executing. Defensively making stops and helping gain momentum. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into the post-game interviews. Cameras. Get everything. Alrighty then, ladies and gentlemen. Let's shift the camera a little bit. Just make sure. Alrighty then, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our post-game interviews. You already know how this goes. We're going to bring a player along, ask him some questions, talk about the game. We have Jordan with us. We should have had him before, but we finally got him on. The captain, the clutch man, T-Lock, Thomas Lockery. Ladies and gentlemen, talk about a game. Talk about a game. We're trying to get you on last game. Quite didn't work out, but we're glad you're here now. So before we start talking about stats and everything, I want to talk about you first, what you mean to this team. I went to the practice before. I saw you guys practice. You're a leader. You're a captain, one of those vocal leaders. I see you're someone who helps keep people accountable when it comes to the suicides, when it comes to just following through plays. You're a vocal leader on this team. Where do you think that leadership comes from?
So realistically, it's just always been like how my parents raised me. Realistically, because my parents always raised me. You're gonna be a follower or a leader. There's two options.
Okay.
And so my dad always pushed me to be that leader. So realistically, I give it all to that. And then it started back in high school when I made the varsity basketball team. The head coach really just instilled a lot of confidence in me to just be able to go out there and lead vocally, and it really helped me carry on through this.
Yeah, just put a little closer to your mouth, just so they can hear you.
Got you.
Yeah. Great. All right, then. So you ain't new to this. You've always been a leader. Now, let's talk about the two losses. I know it's something we'd always like to shed light about, but it's not the brightest moments of the team. But those two losses, those are not just ordinary two losses. Those are two losses from top competitors. So you guys traveled to where last time?
So yesterday, this past weekend, it was Davidson-Davie.
Davidson-Davie.
Yeah, and then the last one was up in New Jersey against Macon.
So Davidson-Davie, talk about going against a top-ranked team, a single-digit top-ranked team.
So going against Davidson-Davie, realistically, they're just high competitor, and a lot. Realistically, they were just more disciplined than us. So they run their plays a lot more smoother. They don't really have a lot of bumps. They don't have a lot of the turnovers we did. Realistically, we just had a sloppy game against them, and only losing by 3 and having a sloppy game. Realistically, we just know that we gotta lock back in and then tune in and tune up and get more efficient in our movements on the offensive end. And defensively, we lack a little bit communication-wise, and that's been a problem all year. But realistically, as a team, we got to build that back up.
Got you. All righty then. So now let's carry on for those points that you talked about. Let's talk about you, Thomas Lockery. Final stat sheet says 21 points, highest of the game, of course, paired with 2 assists, a rebound. Okay, an assist and a rebound. But 21 points. Start off at this game, it seemed like a neck-and-neck game. Seems like, oh, snap, Fred may be able to take the win. They may be able to turn heads. Seemed like it was going to be a neck-and-neck game. Oh, the Raptors are going to be in it. But then after you guys created a lead, then kind of lost the lead, but then you were hot. And when you were hot, looked like you were about to burn down the stadium because you was hot. And that hotness led and helped you guys create the lead, which eventually I think is from that point on, you guys were able to seal the game. So your shooting ability, something we've talked about. I believe so far within these past 4 games, you've been over 50% from the three-point line. So how would you characterize your play style? Would you say you're a spot-up shooter, or would you say you're all-around player? That shooting ability, kind of two-part question. Where did that come from, and do you feel that totally depicts you as a player, or do you feel like that's just one aspect of the type of game you have?
So, I mean, realistically, I feel like it just depends on the game. So a game like this, they're playing a lot of zone. It's going to be more spot-up shots, not really like off the dribble, things like that. And then I got to give the credit to the point guards and my teammates, realistically, because I don't think on any of those threes, I don't think I took a dribble. It was realistically, I just caught and catch and shoot. So if those guys don't find me open when they need to, I don't hit those threes. So really, credit goes to them. All I did was make the shot.
Great, selfless leader. Now again, second part of that question: where does that shooting ability come from? Is this something that you've kind of developed here at your time at MC, or is it just I don't know? Ever since I've been hooping, that's kind of just that shooting thing has been my shtick. It's been my thing.
So really, I had to develop it because growing up, if you don't know, my dad and brother, my dad is 6'7", my brother's 7 foot. So growing up, I thought I was gonna be a big man.
Okay.
So realistically, I started developing it more in my later high school years, more my junior, senior year, once I realized that I was going to be more of a guard going into college. And then my walk-on year at Mount St. Mary's when I was a practice player there, just getting in extra shots up before practice, after practice, try and make that team. And then realistically developing just into the flow of the college game and figuring out where and how to find those open shots.
Alrighty then. Right then, ladies and gentlemen, here and now from the captain, the clutch man, T. Lockery. Thank you for having us on,
Appreciate
man. Amazing talking to you. Again, congratulations on the win. Wish you the best. You already know. All right, then, ladies and gentlemen, again, congratulations to the Raptors on the phenomenal win. Dominant win, double-digit win. Again, defending the nest is what they do best. On to the next is what you could say. I'm Israel Lambo, and this was the post-game interviews.